Dragon Balls has always been a pivotal thing in the series where they use it to either rebuild, bring people back to life, and do a whole number of things. But how would the show be if there was no Dragon Balls? And how would things turn out? And in their universe, if they didn't have Dragon Balls, it would be pretty bad. A lot of people would pretty much be dead. And as you look back at the Dragon Ball series, if you go back to Dragon Ball when King Piccolo's first shows up, and of course Krillin's the first to get taken out. Krillin would have been gone. There would have been no way to bring him back unless they found some other type of way without Dragon Balls to kind of like bring him back to life. Same thing with Master Roshi. Master Roshi would have pretty much sacrificed himself trying to do the evil containment wave, and he would have been gone. And as we move on forward, as we get to Goku facing off against, King Piccolo, some slight differences would be that King Piccolo wouldn't have Dragon Balls to wish for a younger body, which in turn, he probably would be weaker because he wouldn't have his youthfulness, and maybe Goku may defeat him even easier than before. Would that still mean he'll be able to make, Piccolo Jr.? It's possible. And would he still have the same strength? Is all definitely possible. But it would probably been a big difference in power. Now, later on, even going further to, Z, where Raditz shows up, if Goku was to sacrifice himself, there's really not much they could do at that point because Goku sacrificed himself against Raditz. He would have been gone, and the Saiyans would have still maybe came to Earth, maybe not, because even if Raditz got killed on the planet, they probably would have want to see, who was able to take out Raditz. But mostly Vegeta came to Earth because of the Dragon Balls. That's all they really came for in the first place. So without Dragon Balls existing and them hearing that, they probably wouldn't care less to even come to Earth. So at that point, the show would just gone on with, no Goku, or the Saiyans showing up, and pretty much Piccolo would have just been there on the planet. He probably wouldn't have had, any real reason to train, Gohan to be strong, unless Raditz said that, that Vegeta and Nappa is gonna come regardless to avenge him, maybe, and that would have probably changed things where, they may have showed up, and if they didn't, and if they did show up, everybody pretty much would be dead at this point because they would have showed up and just wiped the whole planet clean, and that would have been that. So pretty much either way, there still would have been no form of anything going to Frieza or anything like that. Vegeta would have still been stuck under Frieza and probably still going on trying to find a way to overcome, Frieza. But without Vegeta's fight on Earth, he would never learn how to sense powers and ki and pretty much train a little bit different and try to increase his power in that nature. Really it would just been him the same way, just following Frieza and just trying to get stronger under Frieza's nose, but without him being able to lower his power level or anything like that. Frieza would have noticed Vegeta's, spiking power, and eventually probably would have just executed him. And like I said, everything would just turn out bad for them. We wouldn't even get to like a Cell Saga or anything to that nature on, when it comes down to like people like Vegeta and them, if they never came to Earth. But eventually, Dr. Gero probably could have created, androids and stuff like that to still try to get his revenge and spy. But he probably would have noticed about, Goku being dead and not being around, and probably wouldn't care less to get vengeance knowing that Goku died at the hands of Raditz if his spy robots, reported that. So at the end of the day, it's just like, it really wouldn't make a big difference in that. But like I said, without no Dragon Balls, everything would just pretty much been, chaos at this point, and everyone would have pretty much died out somewhat.